Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. Let me give you guys a bicep shot before we get started. Mount Bicephalus. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's get over and talk about the topic, alcohol. A bit of advice I usually give people, and I'm saying this as someone who's been almost 5 years without a single drink personally. When you cut alcohol out of your life, all of your fitness goals will become a lot easier. Okay, and this is not even my opinion. This is based upon tons of research. And what I'll even say, I'll go so far as to say that if you reduce the amount of alcohol you are consuming from any point, all of your stuff will get easier. In other words, do you have 6 drinks a week, then cut it down to 3, right? If you have 1, cut it to 0. Irrespective of what you happen to consume with it, if you reduce it, your fitness goals will all get easier. And I want people to keep in mind, when you have someone who tells you that it is possible to drink in moderation, and for it to actually be healthy and not interfere with any of your health or fitness stuff, that person is generally lying to you. Like they're a scam artist trying to sell you something where they themselves probably do have some sort of drinking issue. Because the official stance of even things like the WHO, the World Health Organization has even put out that, look, based upon the research that we have available, there is no safe amount of alcohol to consume. And this is based upon their studies all around the world. Even in moderation, it still has measurable negatives to health. And occasionally you'll get a study that comes out somewhere, well, the drinking wine has been found to reduce whatever this one health negative is, at least correlated. And they'll say, we think it's due to these polyphenols or whatever in it. But it's like, why don't you just eat fruit? In other words, all of the health benefits, whenever you get one of these random studies does come out that finds any overlap, every single time you look at it and go, but that's because it's made out of fruit. Right? We wouldn't take a fruit smoothie and say, making a fruit smoothie with tons of table sugar added in has health benefits. You should drink these smoothies, these extra sugar smoothies, because they have polyphenols and vitamin C in them. That this has been linked to improved health outcomes. No, you'd be like, dude, there's like tons of table sugar in there being thrown in. Why don't you just eat the fruit? And the same thing will come over to something like the wine or the other ones. Why don't you just eat the grapes? Eat a handful of grapes every day and get all the benefits of it. But that's not selling, is it? Because, again, people who put out stuff like this or hit sensational headlines know that people are going to want to drink their wine and they want to be told good things about their bad habits, right? People love to be told good things about their bad habits and their addictions, right? For obvious reasons, because they want to justify it. And so a headline like that becomes sensational, and before long you'll have news media claiming that it's could promote longer life or health. The reality is it's just not true. Right? You'll occasionally find these small correlational studies, but when we look at the alcohol itself, any consumption of alcohol has a negative. It's a poison. It is absolutely a poison in the medical and biological definition of the term. Okay, not when people say, well, this is a poison, it might as well be no, it is literally in this case. That is why it elevates your liver enzymes. Your liver filters poisons out of your body. It's one of its primary roles. So, what all do we get from other benefits? Well, right on the top of the list, it's going to be appetite control. Okay, think about it for a moment. Alcohol is extremely calorie dense. Okay, not quite as much as fat, but definitely more than carbohydrate and even normal liquid sugars. There's something like 7 calories per gram of alcohol. Carbohydrates is 4 calories a gram, fat's 9. But it's always in liquid form, so it's easy to get a bunch of calories in really easily. Okay, so you have that. It's easy to overconsume calories, in which case, when you overconsume calories, your body burns it first, of course, stores extra fat that you eat. So you have that right up front. makes it harder to lose body weight because you're drinking high calorie liquids in a dense form. Well, that's the first thing we always cut out of our diet, right? What do people always say? Well, maybe cut the sugary drinks out. That'll help you lose weight. Well, this is another tier higher. All right, number 2 reduces inhibitions. Okay, you lose control. You have less self-control when you consume alcohol, even in one drink. Therefore, you're more likely to indulge in other things that common sense would tell you not to indulge in. Now, we could go down a whole list of those other things, but let's focus upon the big one, just the diet. That's the one that we're concerned with. You're more likely to overeat a bunch of junk food, fatty food, garbage foods if you've been drinking at all. Okay? In addition to the food, well, that's going to derail weight loss real quick. That will actually derail even sometimes making lean muscle gains, because now you're just overeating junk. And keep in mind, this qualifies as junk. Alcohol itself is, even wines and things are not particularly great in terms of their nutrient quality, even if they got a few polyphenols or whatever. So you have that. Then we have the toxicity side. That puts a load on your body. It makes it harder to recover from exercise because your body is recovering from the poison you're putting in it. Waste recovery resources. Okay? As far as various hormones, as far as various other things, the same thing. It's an endocrine disruptor. It can disrupt different hormones we need for metabolism, building muscle, losing body fat. Okay? It's a depressant. It causes depression. So when people say, well, I drink to feel, no, you don't. If anything, the data shows that drinking because you're depressed or upset will make your depression even worse. It's going to negatively affect your motivation to do other stuff, and which could include exercising, being in shape. Okay? If it makes you more depressed, it's going to make you more lazy, more lethargic. All right? So we have that to think about. So when you start adding all of these factors up, it's like, wait a minute, it's going to help cause you to potentially overeat junk, derails your body composition stuff. It's going to make you depressed, which is therefore going to reduce your ability to exercise, to train, to lift weights, do your cardio. It's going to reduce your motivation to do those things. It will negatively affect muscle growth, recovery, various hormones in the body. Also will tend to dehydrate you. So again, negative effect on gym performance, athletic performance, everything else. All right. So when we start, and then on top of all of that, it is a poison. And that part, even if we set all the other stuff aside, at the end of the day, it's hard to be healthy when you are directly consuming a poison. And the ironic thing is that people will stand around and make big deals about, oh, I'm scared there's pesticides in my food, as if you could even consume, like the amount that's legally allowed on your food or in your food will never equal what's in a single alcoholic beverage per week. Never even get close to that actual literal poison. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.